This is Libyan مستقبل from Benghazi. Welcome to the news. The Speaker of Libyan House of Representatives, Chancellor Agil Salah, met in his office in the city of Al-Kuba, Chairman of Inventory and Compensation Committee, and the Secretary of the Ministry of Local Government, and the representative of Interior Ministry to the Committee, Major General Akram al-Mismari. Chancellor Agil Salah also appreciated all efforts made by the committee, directing them to continue their work and complete it to the fullest extent in order to compensate honorable citizens, stressing his full support for the efforts made to reconstruct the city of Derna, cities and regions affected by torrents and floods that damaged them. The Speaker of Libyan House of Representatives, Chancellor Agil Salah, met in his office in the city of Kuba with the MB Abdul Minam al-Arafiq, MB Sliman Sweker, MB Ibrahim Zghaid, and MB Idris Amran. The meeting discussed a number of important files, most notably the latest political developments in Libya and the electoral laws issued by Libyan House of Representatives and completed by 6+6 committee. The attendees agreed on the necessity of forming a united government across Libya whose main mission is to hold elections and provide the necessary support to a High National Elections Commission to fulfill this national entitlement. The chairman of Administrative Control Authority and Follow-up Committee, Libyan House of Representatives, MB Zaid Hadiya, discussed with the ambassador of the Federal Republic of Russia the latest political developments in the country, electoral laws issued by Libyan House of Representatives and completed by 6+6 committee, ways to strengthen bilateral relations between the two countries, especially on the legislative side. The chairman of Libyan Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation Committee, Libyan House of Representatives, Yusuf Al-Agouri, discussed with the ambassador of the Federal Republic of Russia the latest political developments, the path to elections and electoral laws issued by Libyan House of Representatives and approved by 6+6 committee, as well as enhancing educational cooperation, study opportunities in Russia for Libyan students, resuming work on joint agreements such as cooperation in the field of civil safety and disaster response. The head of Health and Environment Committee, Libyan House of Representatives, Nasruddin Mhanda, held a meeting at the headquarters of the Libyan House of Representatives in the city of Benghazi with a number of hospital directors. The meeting discussed the problems of the acute shortage of medicines, delay in dispersing salaries of some medical, paramedical, and foreign personnel, and the failure to disperse improvements and development item for hospitals. The MB Zaid Hadiya, MB Nasser bin Nafi, MB Al-Mabrouk Al-Khattabi, and the Chief of Libyan House of Representatives Cabinet, Mr. Abdullah Al-Masri, discussed with the Prime Minister Osama Hamad ways to achieve cohesion and harmony between legislative and executive authorities. The meeting, which was held in the presence of Deputy Prime Minister Ali Al-Gatrani, where it was discussed during the meeting ways to facilitate work of the authorities affiliated with Libyan House of Representatives to carry out their tasks in order to serve citizens and raise their standard of living. The MB Rabha Abdulsalam met in the city of Benghazi the Interior Minister, Major General Isam Buzariba, in the presence of a number of sheikhs and notables of Sahel municipality. During the meeting, it took place discussing issues related to security file, reducing a phenomena of illegal immigration, drugs in the municipality, and focusing on developing a plan that enhances capabilities of its security directorates. The discussions touched on the importance of supporting and developing security institutions to ensure safety of citizens and address various challenges. The MB Ali Al-Majdoub and MB Mohammed Al-Farousa discussed with the Minister of Health, Othman Abdeljalil, and the Minister of Industry and Minerals, Mohammed Saeed, projects between Ministries of Health and Industry, including allocations of a plot of land belonging to Ministry of Industry and Minerals in the city of Derna for Health Ministry, to create some health facilities on it. The Minister of Industry and Minerals praised the great role and efforts made by the Ministry of Health after hurricane calamity that struck a number of cities in eastern region, and stressed his readiness to cooperate with the ministry and developing health sector. MB زايد هدية MB ناصر الخطابي and MB مبروك خطابي and MB ناصر بن نافع and the Chief of Libyan House of Representatives Cabinet, Mr. Abdullah al-Masri, met with the Prime Minister Osama Hamad and his Deputy Ali al-Qatrani. The meeting discussed ways to achieve cohesion and harmony between legislative and executive authorities, in addition to ways to facilitate the work of administrative bodies affiliated with the Libyan House of Representatives to carry out their tasks in order to serve citizens and raise his standard of living. The chairman of Competition and Anti-Monopoly Council, Salam Al-Ghouil, stated issuing electoral laws and publishing them in the official gazette evidence that Libyan House of Representatives is proceeding at a steady pace in accordance with the procedures and the laws and in implementation of the will of Libyan people. Al-Ghouil said during a television interview that Libyan House of Representatives is proceeding in accordance with what was agreed upon with the Council of State by adopting outputs of 6+6 committee. The commander of Libyan Arab Armed Forces, Field Marshal Khalifa Haftar, met in his office at the General Command's headquarters with a delegation of sheikhs and notables of Jabal Akhdar tribes. The General Commander stressed the importance of the role of tribes in enabling and supporting social peace in all Libyan cities and regions, expressing at the same time his sincere thanks for Libyan tribes' continued support for the members of the military institution. In turn, the delegation expressed their gratitude and appreciation for the efforts made by the General Command of Libyan Arab Armed Forces. The Prime Minister Osama Hamad, his Deputy Salam Zadma, and the Defense Minister Ahmed Houma discussed with the delegation of notables and dignitaries of Tuareg components the needs of regions and municipalities in the southwest and the conditions of citizens in the region. Hamad issued instructions to accelerate completion and maintenance of entire Ghat hospital, to form a committee to review its conditions, to coordinate with the Ministry of Health regarding conditions of hospitals in the region. A number of military vehicles belonging to Zionist occupation forces accompanied by a bulldozer invaded the city of Jenin and its camp, where the forces entered into confrontations with a group of Palestinian resistance, where the Palestinian media sources reported that the occupation forces deployed snipers on the roofs of a number of houses and sent in new reinforcements from their forces, while other special units were deployed in a number of neighborhoods. The sources added that the bulldozers bulldozed the roads and infrastructure on the outskirts of Jenin camp. Dozens of citizens suffered from suffocation during the occupation forces storming of towns of Bani Naim, Dura and Sumu and the city of Hirban, where 22 citizens, including a journalist, were arrested. During the raid and arrest operations, violent confrontations broke out with the occupation soldiers, during which dozens of citizens suffocated due to inhaling poisonous gas. The Minister of Justice Khalid Masoud confirmed that the crisis of dams in the city of Derna is still before the public prosecutor and the head of Supreme Judicial Council, adding that the issue is still being considered before judicial authorities. The minister stressed that specialists will determine technically whether there was a negligence or whether the matter was accidental, noting that if it is found that there was a negligence, they will be asking for it. The Palestinian resistance published new scenes of destruction of 3 military vehicles of Zionist occupation during zero-shot clashes in the beach camp and Sheikh Radwan neighborhood in the Gaza Strip. The resistance fired shells from very close distances and were directly hit. The military spokesman for Palestinian resistance said that the battalion's documented destruction of 24 military vehicles belonging to the occupation forces, including a tank, a troop carrier, and a bulldozer. And now we come to the end of our events of the week. See you next week.